Okay, guys, so for lesson 5, you're going to be doing worksheet 5, and this is what is called the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. The word converse, and I want you to write it up at just at the very, very top. Converse, not the shoes, means not the opposite, but it means the theorem going backwards. So it's converse of the Pythagorean theorem would be if a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then the triangle is a right triangle. Which should make sense when we think about it, but it's actually the official statement. So the official statement of Pythagorean theorem is that if a triangle is a right triangle, then a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This one's going the opposite way. So if I give you a, b, and c, if a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then that means we have a right triangle. It's basically exactly what we did in the academic opener today. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a couple of these, and then we will determine if they are right triangles. Now, how do I know which one goes into a squared, which one goes into b, and which one goes into c?
The first one's a squared, the second one's b squared, the third one's c squared.
Perfect. The first one, just plug it in for a squared. The second, plug it in for b squared. And the last one, plug it in for c squared. Now remember, the hypotenuse is always the longest side of the triangle. So the biggest number is always your hypotenuse. And then it doesn't matter which other ones you plug in for a and b. Yes? You do not need a calculator for this, no. Okay, so let's look at number 1 together. I know that in the AO we drew pictures. For these we're not going to because we already did that. So the first triangle is 9, 12, and 15. So we are going to plug in 9 for A. So that's going to be 9 squared plus 12 squared. And we want that to equal 15 squared. So then we're going to do all of the math on these. 9 squared gives me 81 plus 12 squared, which is 144. Equals 15 squared, which is 225. I have all the perfect squares up here for you, so you can go ahead and use those to check. But then we actually have to do a little bit of addition. So let me give myself some more room here. Okay, guys, what is 81 plus 144? 225? So then we get 225 equals 225. Is that a true statement? Yes, it is. So do we have a perfect or a right triangle? Yes. Okay. So we would say yes, it is a right triangle. That's our answer. Make sure you box it. Okay, so number 5. We have 4, 4, and 8. So what am I going to plug in for A? 4. So 4 squared plus what? 4 squared equals 8 squared. Oops. Okay, so that's what we want. What's 4 squared? So we have 16 plus 16 equals what? 64. Because 8 times 8 gives you 64. And then do the math really quick. What's 16 plus 16? 32. So 32 equals 64. Is that a true statement? No. This looks like a 22, but it's actually a 32. 3, 2. Okay, so 32 does not equal 64. So is number 5 a right triangle? No. Okay, so if you get a true statement at the end, yes, it's a right triangle. If you get a false statement at the end, no, it is not.